We've been following the battleground states, the big ones. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug TenNapel. This is where the happy patriots are. I've been doing this now for 4 years, on and off, as I've been kicked off of certain platforms, but keeping you updated on what the polls are at. These aren't left-leaning or right-leaning polls. I mean, all polls lean left. So here's Eric Dougherty in saying, breaking, Trump now favored to win Michigan with gains in latest election forecast. So this is about what I'm covering is the momentum. In other words, Trump could be behind somewhere, but where is the momentum going? Trump's numbers are going up, Kamala's are going down. Trump's numbers are only going down in the Sun Belt, where he actually has a big enough lead in Georgia and Florida, all that, to secure that no problem. His numbers are going up in the battleground states of like Michigan, Wisconsin, which we need very bad. So here's the win odds. These are people betting on it. Again, Trump's odds are 58.8% in Michigan to win. Harris is 41%. So that's not a poll. That's not people telling you with who they want to win. That's where people are willing to bet their vote. The Electoral College, according to that map, Trump 302, Harris 236. This is the JL Partners October 8th poll. But all these polls are only getting better numbers for Trump, and that's part of the philosophy we're going to talk about here. So hold on, there's the big electoral map, just so you can see how much of it's dominated by red. It's that little glove of Michigan up there that we need to make a solid red. And the bigger play is Pennsylvania. But Kevin O'Leary talked about Kamala Harris's disastrous appearance on The View, where she said she wouldn't change anything about the previous guy, Biden.
It's hard to say, look, I'm the new boss in town, and I would have done everything differently, because that's the right answer, because she's being asked to do that now, to change everything and not own where we're at.
Yeah, she can't own where we're at because we're underwater. Most people feel that way anyways. With the cost of things, there's a lack of hope. People are furious. And so by her saying I wouldn't change anything, she's going, here's 4 more years of the same. If this is what you want, get in there and vote, guys. Now here's Eric Dougherty breaking. Republicans posted insane registration numbers in crucial states of North Carolina and Pennsylvania over the last month. Now, those are 2 significant, like God events happened. In North Carolina, you had that storm. That's going to do better for Republicans, I believe. They're going to come out and register in unprecedented numbers. But this is even before the storm happened. These numbers came out. And the other one is Butler, Pennsylvania, with the assassination attempt. I believe that's what's causing his numbers to go up through the roof in registration in those areas. That was Elon Musk's big message over the weekend. He came out and said, until you're obnoxious, until people just can't stand you, get your friends to register to vote. It is time to register to vote. It is go time. Early voting, registration. You can't go and register on the day. Well, you probably can, but it's going to be write-in ballots and all that, provisional ballots. In both states, Republicans outnumbered new Democrats by nearly 2 to 1. So this is about enthusiasm and who has momentum. Trump has all the momentum. When you're looking at registered voters, they're either switching parties or they're creating new voters by bringing youth in unprecedented numbers, 2 to 1 in those 2 important battleground states. The biggest important battleground state is Pennsylvania. If Trump wins Pennsylvania, I don't know how Kamala Harris wins this election. We interrupt this video with another video. I'm on my lunch break and so much news came in that I had to drop this one to stick right in the middle of the episode. Watch this.
So you see here, Tammy Baldwin's Senate campaign poll shows Harris down 3 in Wisconsin. We all said yesterday, Wisconsin and Michigan are looking worse for Harris than before. Baldwin has her down 3. Not Baldwin has Harris down 3. Why is the Baldwin campaign sharing its polling?
They're sharing its polling because they're trying to send a warning signal telling them Kamala Harris is about to lose because these Democrat down ticket people are tied to her and they're losing. They're trying to tell the DNC, do something about this right now. Get us some money.
The Wall Street Journal, good question. Sean, why would a campaign share their polling negative for their candidate? Because they want more visits? Is that the reason?
I mean, I think part of this is like a Hillary Clinton redux, which is that you want to make sure people understand what's going on. Plus, you're tied to it. off topic, Alyssa Slotkin said the same thing last week in Michigan. Like this is what we were
Correct.
talking about the other day. This
Correct.
is again.
Correct.
You are sounding the alarm bell in the party.
They're sounding the alarm bell in the party, and I'm excited about that. That makes me happy. But listen to this reality check. These are guys are giving to Democrats. Guys are telling you Trump is winning. These are not partisan hacks either. These guys are just giving the facts.
For you Harris people on here complaining that we're talking about problems in the Harris campaign, you're welcome to put your head in the sand about it. If you want to go watch MSNBC primetime and hear how great things are going for the Harris campaign, you're welcome to do that.
You got to watch MSNBC to get just the big pipe dream, happy Kamala Harris talk. No one in the party is talking that way. No one in polling is talking in that way. Just so you guys know, all of the things we've been saying against MSNBC being biased and lying to everybody and gaslighting everyone is true.
But if you want to understand what's actually happening, we're here to tell you. I just saw some new private polling today. That's very robust private polling. She's in a lot of trouble.
All the polling, she's in trouble. Let's look at some of the polling, guys. I've got it right here. This says Rust Belt polling by Quinnipiac, Michigan, Trump 50. He's up 3 with Harris at 47. Wisconsin, Trump's at 48. Harris is at 46. Pennsylvania, Harris is at 49. She's +3. Trump 46. And by the way, Harris's last poll, she was up 6, and now she's only up 3. So she's doing worse as time goes on. That's the big thing that's worrying the Democrats. Here's the new one from today, 2024, Pennsylvania, Trump versus Harris. Oh, let's do it. Look, Trump is at 0.2 above his average, just now went above Harris in Pennsylvania, slightly. But the trend line is looking good for Trump. Here's Dana Bash, terrified. She goes, it doesn't look good.
What is going on behind the scenes inside the Harris campaign and more broadly among Democrats who are growing more and more anxious about a 2016 redux.
2016. That's when they all thought Hillary was going to win and she got smashed. That's what they're afraid of. Check it out.
People are nervous. They know the polls are tight. And a lot of us are having these flashbacks to 2016 too. We know when it can go the wrong way.
I love this week. We're winning. I love it. Thank the Lord. Thank all of you. Keep registering to vote. Keep fighting. Give to the Trump campaign. And now back to the regular episode. Here's where the polls are showing Kamala with like a 2-3 point lead, which throws the Electoral College to her. But most polls operate within a 3.5%, rate of error. So they're too close to call. And so first we're going to give you some bad news. It's going to sound like this is bad news, but it's not, because this is all provisional. Then we're going to get to the good news of the solid news. So hold tight.
If the polls are exactly right, Kamala Harris gets 276 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 262 because she carries those Great Lake battleground states despite losing North Carolina, Georgia, and Arizona. But let's say we have a polling miss like we had in 2020.
So that's just where they're showing that Michigan is coming in late. The enthusiasm for Trump is recent and growing, but it's coming in late. Now, if the polls were off, as far off as they were in 2020, and remember, this is where Biden allegedly won the election, but the polls were still off too far in his favor. So if the polls are off by the same percentage, look what happens with Trump.
What happens then? Well, then Donald Trump wins the election in a blowout with 312 electoral votes because he carries all these Great Lake battleground states, plus Nevada, plus the other states he was leading in, Arizona, North Carolina, and Georgia.
And my only question to you is, let's go back to 2020, okay? Let's take those battleground states of Nevada, Arizona, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Do you think that the people have found more love for Biden/Harris since 2020? Or do you think they found new love in going anyone but? Because my theory is, especially in the middle, not the hardcore Democrats or Republicans, they're done with giving Democrats a shot at this. I'm Doug in exile.